Hey Scorpio, if you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. We're going to scry your scroll, made in your name and essence, and age to perfection. We will add a tarot and oracle in the shaman's palm, and as well we have ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate, receive or release freely, of course. So Scorpios, ooh, I got something like humana, 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 humana. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to draw something in. I'm drawing something in. Yep, firecrackers are going off. All right. I'm going to take a moment here, Scorps, if you'd like to join me, to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. All right, Scorpios, let's go. Okay, so right in there is where something in my mind, like there's a head. This is the firecracker. Okay, I got to get in here. I'm going to get in here. Oh yeah, I'm making something happen. And I got a big ethereal raven crow Scorpio coming at me. Yeah, we're here for Scorpio. It's flying towards me, brings me into somebody also might have blue hair. It's bringing in messages. This raven crow, this large bird. It could also, and it feels like raven or crowy, but it almost has like a luminescence of no, that's the feeling of it. It's deep messages. I don't know. Again, I'm in here. Am I getting messages? What's going on? I'm also seeing alligators in the arms. Alligator arms. Alligator symbol might mean something to somebody. I don't know if it's like old knowledge or something's coming in. Like I'm sorry if I wasn't even looking up. Like I'm focused. Do you know what I mean, Scorps? And then there's like this firecracker going off above me. I just heard the word militia. I don't even... yeah, okay. But there's like firecracker going off. But it feels like thoughts, like dynamite. Like just... What are those, bottle rockets? Thank you. Okay, so I'm also, for some Scorpios, you might resonate with this. I am trying not to listen to something. This feels well. And I mean that like, I don't know if there's some sort of like, again, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of the firecracker, the dynamite, the something. There could be fighting going on around me, or there's drama that's not mine. Whatever channel it's in, don't force it to fit, of course. But definitely appreciation if you're holding space for others to receive their message. That gratitude for that. So if there's like anything happening around me that feels...
Can you help me?
Dangerous. And maybe it is. Maybe that's the feeling is. Everyone's like screaming for help, or they need something. They want something. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be dramatic about it, but that's how it feels. And it's like I can't help everybody. I can't do everything. I can't be everything. So I might be trying to like shut some things out so that I'm not emotionally overwhelmed. I'm also seeing somebody leaning over something and breathing it in. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. No, I don't know what it is. But it's like the closest I can relate it to is like a bowl of steaming water and like Vicks Vapor Rubber essential oils are in it. And like I'm... Maybe it's just simply water. But I feel like I'm breathing something in. Maybe it's to cool down the fire. And I just breathe in water. Maybe water is very refreshing right now, Scorpios. Canada. Okay. We're going to wander into your shaman's palm here. So in your cave of ice, we have shaman of song. See, this is like all that reverb. Let's see if I can do this. I'm only going to scry the scroll from one direction. We'll come back to it. Like up here, like this is, it's in my head, in your head, in your head, zombies. That's horrible, but zombie. Is it cranberries? Is that the cranberries? And then your cave of winds is sorrow. And this is what it feels like. It's like the stuff I'm hearing, or maybe even the stuff I'm saying, I don't know.
Goodbye.
It's like, goodbye, thank you. It's like I have heartburn. Like things that I'm having to swallow, or things around me.
Imbecile.
That I hear. Maybe they are imbecilic. Maybe you're being really hard on yourself because maybe it took somebody's advice, or you're listening to them and it's just overwhelming. It kind of makes me feel like somebody else claimed that they knew better than you did, or you should do it this way, and you're like, okay, and then you do it that way and it's like, I don't know that was the right way. Now, it's easy to say it's external to me, Scorps, and say, I took their advice. That was bad advice. And really, that's not the case, right? I decided to try it out. I decided to take what 17. I thought was medicine. And it wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. And that's okay. It's like drawing in the responsibility so I don't keep hearing these things of, what you should do, what you didn't do.
They're here.
Whatever these things are. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go right up on into your power finger of the Cave of Hearth Fires and see if anything steps forward. Hunter of Vision. Okay, so now I'm back into shutting things out. And when I say I'm shutting certain things out in one respect and rabbit hole, it's because I'm not hearing that same story. Or I'm acknowledging that it's happening around me, but it's not my story. But what is my story is how I'm going to navigate it. And it's like I pick up a pack and I start whistling while I work. And people are like, why are you doing that? It's like, because I'm here. And I'm going to do the best to, like, maybe you start humming and like, breaking up something so that my vision can continue to break through. Because there's a breakthrough of something in the heartburn and one way or the other. Something going down is creating the reaction for the heartburn to come back up. But it's like, in this respect, it's coming back up to show me, like it's telling me something about what I ingested. I have a vision and I feel that crow's coming back at me. We're going to go into the cave of rivers and cave of earth. Okay. So the dancer of promise is in the cave of rivers. Somebody might have made a promise. Maybe I made a promise to myself. There's kind of like that combat feeling. Like, it almost makes me feel like the promise is, and maybe whether it works or doesn't work, is or isn't, is indifferent to me personally as a guest here. So thank you. But it's like, if we get through this fight, or if we get through this, it'll be better after. If we just take on this project, or I'll tackle these problems, whatever these things are, there's a promise afterwards. And I feel like you're skilled, Scorpios. You have a very specific skill set. I apologize if I'm all over in this reading, but this is where it's going, and I'm going to follow the aura atmosphere is abstract at best. So this is my jam, but I'm going to go. It's like you're the archer amongst an army of, I don't even know what the infantry, right? And you're the archer, the sniper.
I'm coming.
Like, you have a very specific skill set about something. That's what it means. But there's something about this promise, and I need to decide. I need to decide.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can, yeah. Because it's almost like the wisdom, Scorpio, is when I decide I'm wise enough, I know enough, I have individually enough understanding that regardless if it's right or wrong, if we may apply a judgment or it works out or doesn't, or there's disappointments to wonderfulness, I'm the one choosing to step in and resonate. So my responsibility is intact. My integrity is intact. There's no blaming outside of me. Even whether this promise is fulfilled or the promise is fulfilled but not in the matter. Some sort of research also might be being done. I feel as though there's something watching. There's two sets of eyes here. And also something about elbows. Somebody throwing elbows or rubbing elbows. Is that the saying? Like rubbing elbows with people? Yeah, okay. In your cave of earth. Oh, that was upside down. We have Hunter of Mysteries and Shaman of Foresight. Do you know what it makes me feel like? Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's like I hear a song or I hear somebody say something and it, like a song, it, brum, like a strumming happens, or there's a song I hear. Could be from history, could be, I don't know what it is, but I'm hearing something said or sung, and it brings in that raven feel again, that crow, and it comes in with a message, and it's like, oh,
Strangled.
I'm going to, it tells you something. And I keep hearing like if history is going to repeat itself. Now, again, I could easily project it up, but I'm going to not. I'm going to stay in the Scorpio because that's where your energy is at. And that's respectable. Am I going to repeat certain things? And it's like a positive trigger. Even though what somebody says or does might not feel positive, but it is transmuted positively through you because you recognize something and the foresight comes in, and it's like then you can choose what tune you're gonna, go to your own tune. Is that a thing? Yeah, right, that's the saying. You're gonna wander to your own tune, or maybe that's how you're perceived, like you are, and maybe that's what you choose, just to go to your own song, or
I'm inside it.
go to whatever. I can't even strum to your own tune. It's fine. Scorpios, please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I truly appreciate it, and gratitude galore for those who also donate and support the channel. Like, it truly warms my haunted heart. All the links are below in the description box if you're curious. Okay, whale song with shaman of song resonating. This is what's going on here. I have a vision for what I want to resonate with. And I have all these voices. I have all these people, maybe. Or maybe there are all these options. And I need to focus. I need to be the sniper to determine what I want. Like, this is your scroll. Your scroll is resonating with vision. I feel very powerful when I said that. I'm just letting you know. A lot of you are old souls. Like when creation started here on this planet. Gathering around power of community with your shaman of sorrows in your cave of winds. I feel like there might have been something that didn't work out with other people, a different community,
Possessed.
different community members, I don't know, whatever it is. Resonances. And that was sad. I had to work through that grief, that mourning of that, and not hold any resentments. And it's like by releasing the resentments, and not in this forgo and everything's okay. This is, I'm releasing the resentments because I've accepted my role and responsibility. Sorry, my stomach just growled. And by you doing that, I'm seeing Batman. I think it's Batman now. and like from his, taking flight, and you like something from the belt shoots out, and now it like hand glides. I know it's not hand gliding, but like, and zip lines to something else. It closes the door. It closes the door, whatever that was that caused sorrow, the headaches, the noise, the dynamite. Have you been before? That's why it's, I'm not going back. Not because in a egotistical, and not that, not a healthy ego isn't a bad thing. Not in a, it's beyond me. That's not for me anymore. I'm not resonating with that. Because you learned it. You learned something. You learned the messages. Dancer of promise, of herald of change. You yourself, Scorpios, this is how it's feeling for me. When you make a promise, you pursue that with a lot of focus, and not constipating focus. It's just in the frequency that you are dependable, because you know how it feels like when people don't keep promises. You know what it feels like when people break promises, or they change them, or they didn't communicate something along the way. Even though you might have seen red flags, or you had an internal knowing, like your ideals and your morals, your ethics and values are like top notch here. You hold responsibility. But for you, in this whole change now that something has completed, the sorrows have been moving through, and you're like, I resonate with this. Peace. The promise of my internal peace to myself. I don't even think this has anything to do with other people. They're just simply reflections for you to see everything at play. And I'm not going to break a promise. And if a Scorpio as a guest in your aura, so thank you. If a Scorpio decides there needs to be a change or a shift and an original promise to oneself, or like an addendum or an editing, then it's a earnest conversation. It's okay, let's think about this. Let's talk about this. Again, not to draw it out, but to be very clear and put all the cards out on the table. So I am not a breaker of promises. Back into the cave
True.
of earth is heart, home, and compassion with your mysteries and your foresight. This is what I want. This is where revelations on the bottom, unmarked trail. You might not have even been here before because it hasn't been around you. You are the path paver. Hi, how you doing? And now what becomes fireworks, or like the dynamite in the beginning, feels like celebration. And I'm seeing it like up in the sky. Like celebration. It's no longer a mystery of what means something to me. This is what this feels like. It's not a mystery. I know what means something to me. I feel it. I sense it. And I listen to that. And any sort of red flags to my heart, that fire that burns my heart, it's like I take some water pills or something like that, or drink water to soothe that, and then step into the conversation, the connection, talking to myself or another. I don't do it at full flame or subdued. Either extreme is not necessarily for you. You know of them, you've been there, but they're not for you.
Who is she?
And this is like that raven crow coming back in. Okay, closing out messages for Scorpio. Thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insight and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Final messages for Scorpio. Whew, deep breath, deep breath. Something about moss as well. Somebody might really enjoy moss. Maybe you create with moss or the color green. Okay, we're good. We have love, inner worlds, and signs. Sign, everywhere sign. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities, which I feel like you're seeing all around. Inner worlds, your external world is a reflection of your inner world. I feel like I've literally been talking about this. I don't know if I've said it in a well way that's clear, but I definitely feel as though everything around me is a communication to help me realize exactly what I'm thinking about does align with what I want. And I ask more questions. I do more research. Face value is face value. Has its place. Love, live your truth, and share the love that is in your soul. How sweet it is to be loved by you. But whatever my vision is, Scorpio, and I did say something along that lines. What I want, something about meaning, like I know what I want because it has meaning and I feel the meaning or something along that lines. I apologize because I can't necessarily remember what comes out. I know what means something to my heart, and that's what I follow. Not blindly either. Not blindly. But I am the sniper of...
It's coming.
I am the sniper of what I want for my life. What I want to experience in this herald of change and a certain freedom. It feels... I want to use the word like majestic. Very celebratory as well. Like I feel like on one hand, and I'm seeing like an old building and the dynamite's going off because it's like what is that? Like a planned destruction. It's planned. It's, everyone's safe. Everyone's out of there. But this rubble's coming down to completely. And you're either in the cleanup or have already cleaned up. And it's like, okay, now what do I do with this empty plot of land? And it's not just, oh, what brings me joy, which is lovely. But it's, what do we need? What has value to the area, to my personal needs, maybe if you're building a house or you're renovating, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? It's like looking at, this is what I would love, but this is the budget. This is what I need, and this is what I want. There's a compromise there. This is, maybe you have kids or you have other things that you like to do. It's like, okay, we need to accommodate, we need a shed, or do you know what I'm saying? Man, you're on it. Okay, Scorpios, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. I've taken up way too much of your time. And until next time, I'll see you again soon.